Okay, yeah, what, you know what, fuck it, let's... So, hey, what do we got here? I got all the 40k decks, and I was like, should I keep them sealed or should I open them? And I kind of want to play with them and, like, look at the cards. So, I'm going up above the camera here. So, we're going to open them up and take a look. It'll be one video for each. I got all 4 here. I'm a 40k fan. I'm not a huge Magic fan anymore, but these kind of brought me back in, which I guess says something about Papa Hasbro. So what do we start with? I guess let's, what's my least favorite one here? The Imperium is probably the least favorite, because they're like space racist as hell, but Tyranids are all consuming. I like Tyranids, Necrons, you know, whatever. I'm not a huge Necron fan, though, so we're going to open the Necron one first. That's also my least nice box. So, yeah, it's pretty damaged. I found these actually at a Walmart, so if you're looking for these, I think these are reprints. So, you know, check out your Walmarts, guys. Check out your Walmarts. So, what do these come with? Let's take a quick look. 100-card deck with 42 new cards. Foil etched display commanders, sure. 10 double-sided token cards, yep. A deck box, life wheel, strategy, and certain reference card, okay. So, they each come with that. What do we got here? Okay, so there's little tokens on the side here. There's our deck. Ooh, don't look at that. So is this our display commander, or what is that? Here's our deck box, I think. So it's a nice little Necron box. I don't know what I'm going to do with these, because I'm going to store these cards elsewhere, but, you know, it's nice. I'll put that over there. There's some nice foiling. These are like punch-outs for something? So where's this life counter? The supposed life counter. I guess, I don't know what these tokens are for. So I guess you punch these out and they are used for something? I don't know. Is this our display commander? Does he pop out, or no? Okay. I don't know. I might end up cutting a lot of this out because I don't know what the fuck. Is this our display commander? Is this our display? This doesn't pop out, so I'd assume that that's not it. So what do we got here? Popular Magic formats. Great. Who cares? Let's just look at the deck here. Okay. So here's our commander, Sarek the Silent King. Got flying, and my will be done. I'm going to open this up. We're not going to go too in-depth on each card, I don't think. Maybe we will, because I've got sleeves for all of these, too. I'm just going to sleeve them as we go. Oh, here we go. Okay. So I opened that up, and here's our life counter. Actually, that's kind of nice. It's got a Necron on the... I guess this is your front. What does this go up to? So 20 on this side, 21 to 40 on this side, so... I guess you put it up to 40, and then as you get down, you're like, oh, I'm down to 21. You flip it over, and then you're at 20. Okay, that's kind of cool. I like that. And it's Necron themed for the Necron deck, obviously. This is playing the deck info, sure. Who needs that, am I right? I got some dragon sleeves here. Just some black matte. Okay, so I'm just gonna sleeve these up as we go, because I don't want them getting, like, damaged or anything. I'm not gonna double sleeve them, because double sleeving is a hassle, so there you go. Whenever he attacks, mill 3 cards, so it's from whose deck? Mine? Man, this is kind of hard to see. It's better actually on the camera there. There, that's a good angle, I think. Mill 3 cards. You may put an artifact, creature, card, or vehicle from among the cards milled this way into your hand. Okay. Then we got Emotech, Stormlord, classic. These aren't the... I don't know, these... I'm kind of glad I opened these because they're not in great condition. Not that it would matter if I kept them sealed, because there's reprints. So here's our second foil. You get 2 foils in these ones, so this isn't like the foil collector. They're just standard. Pharaon, whenever for artifacts leave your graveyard, create 2. Okay, so you'd want to like this and this. I see. So they kind of go together. And beginning of your combat, another target artifact creature you control gets +2/+2, and Menace. I don't know what Menace does. It's been a while. So the question is, are all of these cards Necrons? Let's see. So I'm gonna sit down here for a sec so we can kind of go through and I can get a better look. Hopefully my head isn't. I'm just looking, so I'm curious. We'll kind of go through a little more. Night Scythe, that's cool. So it's like an artifact vehicle. Okay. So I think all the art is Soul Ring, cool. Wait, so I think Soul Ring is a regular Magic card, right? And they just gave it new art? Baron Moore, that's neat. So that's, okay. Myriad Landscape, Reliquary Tower. So I'm looking to see if there's any non-40k themed art in these, first off. And I don't think there is. So I think when they say, like, Polluted Mire, sure. So these are, like, look at that. That's fucking sick. Biotransference, Chronomancer, Cryptek. I mean, it's 100 cards to go through here, so I just want to see, like, Shard of the Void Dragon. That's pretty unreal. Boy, I hope this is all in frame. Yeah, it is. Okay, wonderful. Their name is Death. Their number is Legion. Tomb Blades. I don't know how these work. That's okay, though. Scarab Swarms, Canoptic Spider, Ghost Ark. Cage Sun, okay. Some of these names seem familiar, and then we got Swamps, and all the Swamps are also 40k themed. So, yeah, every card in here is themed. Ooh, hello, what? Is this the display one? What? What? What is this? It's thicker. What is this? Okay, I don't know what this is, but it's beautiful. Is this supposed to come in here? Is this that display one? Foil Etched Display Commander. It must be this one, hey? So, okay, I didn't realize there was gonna, hang on. Okay, so I'm going to double sleeve this Zarek with just some, these are cheap Ultra Pro penny sleeves. Just for now. I'm gonna put it in one of these. It seems a little thick for perfect fits, so we'll put it in there for now. I'd like to probably not get a hard case because this is thicker, but I probably end up putting it in a regular sleeve. I think I've got my extra box of sleeves here. So we've got extra black ones. Do I want to do that though? Do I want to waste a black double sleeve in this one? It probably won't. These sleeves are, no, they're like the exact same size. So not this one. Okay, great, cool. Anyways, I've got a bunch of extra sleeves here I could put it in. These are my Power Rangers sleeves, though, so whatever. Okay, so we've checked out all these swamps. They're beautiful. They're all 40k themed, which is really cool. Then we've got our tokens, which are Necron Warriors. They're all Necron Warriors, and how to play Magic, sure, whatever. And on the back is insects. That's kind of cool. See, they're insects, which is just like an insect token, but it's got Necron art. So while there are like reprint cards in here, they're all 40k art, as far as I can tell. So here's our lands. So let's go through some of these, shall we? I'm not going to sleeve up the tokens right now. We probably should. Maybe I'll just put them in penny sleeves, actually. Since they're tokens, so they don't... I want to say they don't matter as much, but like, they're really... And they're double-sided, so it makes sense to put them in a clear sleeve. And then we'll go through some of these a little bit closer and look at anything of interest. Which is probably most of the deck. I don't know. This is probably going to be a long video. Maybe people are into this, though. Maybe people like watching longer videos. I don't know. I don't really make MTG content, so let me know if longer video format's better or shorter. I'll just be filming basically whatever I do and then showing it to you guys, because why not? I got nothing else going on in my life. There. So these are all sleeved up, whoops, in these nice, I'd say nice, but they're penny sleeves. You know, Ultra Pro penny sleeves, cheap, $1 for 100 of them. Can't complain, but they're tokens, so, you know. Let's take a peeps at these, though. Some of these regular cards. So far we've got these 3 foils. This is... I really like this. I didn't know what the display card was going to be. I thought it was that thing on the front. Like, I was like, okay, well, you know. But these are all freaking lovely. Look at these. Yeah, I'm sure that's in camera right now, but... So those are our kind of foils. Enter the battlefield as a copy of any artifact. Any artifact? That must include artifact creatures then. Mystic Forge. So it's an artifact, a black artifact deck. 3 mana of one color, of any one color, so you go black. Draw a card. Like, just look at some of this art, man. This is... Each player exiles all creature cards from their graveyard, then sacrifices all creatures they control, then puts all cards they exiled this way onto the battlefield. So it seems to be kind of like a graveyard deck, which makes sense if you knew anything about Necrons. In the 40k tabletop game, they have something called reanimation protocols, and I don't think there's the War in Heaven. So essentially, when a Necron warrior is killed, well, I don't know if it's all Necrons. I don't play a lot of Necrons, but a friend of mine plays Necrons, and a lot of their units have reanimation protocols. So I think it's on a 4 or 5 up after combat. You roll a dice for each Necron that went down, and then on a I think it might be 5 up now, they basically stand back up. Maybe it's 6 up even. It's almost like a Feel No Pain. And if you don't know what Feel No Pain is, basically Feel No Pain ignores all damage type of thing. So I think Feel No Pain's the only way to get around mortal wounds as well. Though they might have changed that in 9th Ed, and with 10th Ed right around the corner, who knows? So it seems like that's what they're trying to do thematically with this deck, is make a kind of Necrons, how they just keep getting back up, like it's very hard to put them down type of thing. Oh, you got a monolith in here, flying indestructible. Whenever it attacks, mill 3 cards. For each creature card milled this way, create a 2/2 black Necron warrior artifact creature token, okay? Crew 4, tap any number of creatures you control with a total power of 4 or more. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. Okay, interesting. I guess that means you can attack with it? Ghost Ark flying repair barge. Whenever Ghost Ark becomes crewed, each artifact creature in your graveyard gains unearth 3 until end of turn. Okay. Crew 2. Okay, interesting. So yeah, you're really trying to like graveyard dive, hey, or as I'd like to call it, dumpster diving, with this deck, it seems, which is kind of cool. It's very thematic for Necrons, I think. As long as you control your commander, activated abilities of cards in your graveyard cost 2 less to activate. Okay, so if you have Convergence of Dominion plus Ghost Ark, they're going to cost 1 to unearth them. Like, that's pretty good. Okay, I see what this deck is going for. Now, keep in mind, I haven't played Magic in any real sense since, what block would it have been? Eldrazi? Was that the last set I played, Eldrazi? I got to a point where playing Magic was getting really expensive. Not that these decks are necessarily cheap, but I think playing Commander is more fun at the end of the day for everyone. Maybe not for everyone, but like, I have Commander decks that I've had cards since 94 type of thing that I can still play with now because of Commander. So, as someone who's been buying cards for the better part of 20 years, 30 almost, Jesus Christ. And I've almost never sold cards, right? Especially my old stuff. I never sold any of that. Not that it's in great condition, but like, it's all stuff I can play with now because I understand actually how to play Magic. Technomancer. Enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards. So yeah, you're trying to mill your deck to pull stuff out. And I like that. Destroy all non-artifact creatures. But, how many Necrons? Ooh, a Catan. That's cool. Shard of the Nightbringer? Oh, so there's a lot of artifact creatures here. Are all Necrons artifact creatures, actually? Artifact creature. Yeah. Except for the Catan, obviously. Because they're like gods. That trick the Necrons. And another one, the Shard of the Void Dragon. Yeah, it looks like most, if not all of the creatures are artifact creatures. Like, let's take a peek. Artifact. Legendary artifact. Enchantments, artifact lands. So this is an artifact deck. Okay. I guess I hadn't really considered that, had I? It makes sense for the Necrons, though. If you know, like, thematically, that makes a lot of sense. They're a very old race that had their consciousness transferred into machines. And for the longest time, they were thought of to be just like zombies. They didn't have any brains. But they kind of broke free of that. And now the characters have, you know, characters. I don't think Necron warriors so much do, or even maybe death marks. But like their named ones, obviously they have names, and they've kind of got their individuality back. And I believe, and I could be wrong, please correct me in the comments, that they enslaved their gods, the ones who put them in their robot bodies, and put them to sleep on crypt worlds. Crypt worlds? I want to say crypt worlds. Something like that, yeah. And they put them to sleep. They're kind of like Egyptian Viking mummy zombies. Biotransference. Creatures you control are artifacts in the addition to their other types. Same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. Oh, so this turns everything you have into artifacts, including your Catan. That's interesting, isn't it? Oh, hold on. What is this? So, this is something I just noticed too. I thought they all had this gold stamp, but some of these don't. And I wonder if it's... I wonder what the reason for that is. If it's not a original? Is this content? Me looking at cards? Is this content? So, Resurrection Orb. I think that's actually equipment on the tabletop. So, Vault of Whispers, I'm pretty sure... So, Desert of the Glorified? I think, and I could be wrong, Wayfarer's Bauble. See, it's got Necron art, but it doesn't have that gold. So, I'm betting, if I were to count these out, I'm not going to on camera, but I'm betting these would be the 42 original cards, and these would be the rest that aren't original. You know what I mean? Like, these are the, like, Mind Stone. Commander's Sphere, that's not a 40k item. Arcane Signet, that's definitely in regular Magic. But they've got, like, 40k art on them, which I love. And the same with the lands. Like, these are all, they don't have that gold stamp. So I'm thinking anything with a gold stamp is going to be your, for your original cards. While anything without the gold stamp, like Caged Sun, yeah. Endless Atlas, Gilded Lotus, that's interesting. Mystic Forge, so those ones, some Tomb Fortress, like that's definitely a 40k thing, right? Beacon of Unrest, that sounds like it could be Magic. Flayed one is interesting that it doesn't have that stamp. It's not a rarity thing, is it? Is it just a rarity thing? It might just be a rarity thing. Am I insane? So these are uncommon, common. Those are all common. So Flayed one is uncommon. Is Flayed one an actual Magic card? I don't know. is there something in Magic called Flayed One? It's got Lifelink and Flesh Flare. And Flayed One enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards. Okay, well. So these all are rares. So now I have to double check that. That's a rare. So I think anything rare or higher has the stamp. And so whatever I said is silly and don't listen to me. You know, I clearly don't know what the heck I'm talking about. It's just Nathan things. So I'm just sleeving cards and talking about lore. I don't know if this is interesting to anyone else. And then, like, we'll maybe look at some cards while we do it. I don't know. I don't know the format for this. Maybe this just goes on almost unedited, hey? And we'll see if people like it. Maybe people do like this. Add 3 mana of any one color. Like, there's some mana ramp in here. Is it really ramp, though? It's kind of rampy. For 5, though? Okay, maybe not. Yeah, it's... Because I'm pretty sure Gilded Lotus isn't a 40k. Like, I think... Lotus is very Magic, right? Like, you got Lotus Petals, obviously you have Black Lotus. So I think that it is just a rarity thing that you get the stamp. So I don't know why I haven't done this Flayed one yet, but... I don't know, these are pretty cool. Go for the Throat, like, yeah, that... See, I know Go for the Throat is... Oh, man, this is really cool because it reminds me of the original Go for the Throat art, or... a previous version of Go for the Throat, but it's got like an Ultramarine getting ganked. Like, I like that. Reliquary Tower is definitely not. Yeah, so like it's got to be rarity because these are all commons and uncommons here. Yeah, so, and they don't have that stamp. So it is rarity. I'm standing by that as my official stance on it. It is rarity. And if I'm wrong, please go ahead and correct me in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the subscribe button for more subscribes while you're subscribing. What's up with the Magic community lately, though, guys? Like, is Magic still popular? Because I feel like, at least for a while there, I feel like Magic really fell off, you know? It got to this weird point of... That's cool. That's really cool. I love that art. I hope you guys can see that well. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn for each swamp you control. Like, that's... For one, like, that's good. Defile is sick. Anyway, yeah, I feel like Magic kind of fell off for a while, no? Like... It got to this weird point where it was just like, I gotta buy the new set every other month just to compete. And it just seemed like it was so expensive. And I get rotating cards and stuff, like... I was also younger and I had a job where I could just blow all my money, but... It just seemed like we were... It was in a weird place where it was less fun. And there was, like, a lot less creativity on the decks at the time. Like, and I don't know if it was just because of the sets. Like, they weren't conducive to Magic or what. But, you know, maybe Magic's in a better place now. Let me know if it's, like, the deck of... versatility, kind of versatility. Should we go through some of these and just take a look? Like, look at this is fucking... I love this, man. It's not in great condition, but... Oh, it's dusty. Why is it dusty? That's weird. Like, I guess this is just to, like, set out and be like, that's my commander. Because it doesn't matter. You don't shuffle it in, so it doesn't matter if you know which one it is. I'm not going to sleeve my lands right now, but I've got them here. Should we kind of go through some of these, or do you guys really want to go through some of these? I don't know. Have you been able to see any of this? I hope so. They've been kind of down here. Yeah, okay. Oops. Like, it just, I don't know. It seems neat. Anyway, that was kind of my lore talk and look at of this deck. I think it's really neat. Tell me what you think of Magic, if this is going to be something you'll watch. I don't know. I don't know, dude. It's just, you keep throwing stuff against the wall and seeing what works, right? And it's something I wanted to do anyway, so it's not a big deal if it doesn't, if this channel or whatever, or wherever I post this doesn't take off. It's not a huge deal. Instant, sorcery, artifact equipment, like, you know, it's just, it's really neat. I like these 40k decks. I like 40k. I thought maybe a little lore talk along with checking the theming of these would be cool. And see how it goes. So there's everything but the lands and these two guys. So I guess, yeah, that's your leader, the Silent King. And then this is like your other guy. The Stormlord, Emotech. I believe you can run him as the Warlord in 40k. Cool. So that's kind of the deck. Thematically, it seems like a dumpster dive, where you're milling your own creatures to pull them out of the garbage. I think that's super neat. I like that idea. And I would like to try playing this deck one day. It'd be cool if it was on like the MTGA, or I got a code for that. I don't know that I did, and if I did, I hope no one stole it. Like, is it in here maybe? I don't think they come with the... I don't think Universes Beyond is in... Do we build this deck box? I don't think we do, because I don't think it'll fit sleeved cards. So I think we just set it off to the side and keep it. And this definitely won't fit 100 sleeved cards, right? Like, it'll fit 100 sleeves, but not 100 sleeved cards. No. I've got a place to put this anyway, so it's not a big deal. I'm just curious. So that's that. If you guys want to like talk about the decks more, hit it up in the comments, and maybe we can do some Q&As. I don't know. I like this. I like these 40k decks. I think they're really neat. Come back next time and we'll do, I don't know, Chaos? I think we're going to save Tyranid for last, so we'll do Chaos next. Do we do Imperium? I don't know. We'll see. Thanks for watching. I'm going to finish sleeving these up, and we'll chat next time.